Stephanie. At first glance, when I arrived, it appeared to be someone who had maybe just passed naturally.
But on closer inspection, Corporal Bradwell notices that lying next to Stephanie is an open bottle of prescription medication.
What you want to do is particularly, you want to imagine the sun, particularly like the star in the sky, the sun, particularly in your feet, your hands, your wrists, your ankles, your forearms, your shins, the back of your shins, your knees, your elbows, in between your biceps and triceps, in the middle of your thighs, where your hip bone connects to the, or where your legs connect to your hips, like right there in that joint, like big, you want to make them bigger there. Particularly, you want to, the size of them should be probably in relation to what body part it is. Then you want one on your crotch, particularly on your genitals. You want one right above that in your abdomen. You want one on under your tailbone, and you want two in your ass cheeks, one in each one. Then you want to particularly 3 rows in the front and 3 rows in the back of your chest. You want to put one on your tailbone, right under your tailbone or on your tailbone, the root chakra. Particularly, then you want to particularly put right under your belly button, like an inch or 2 under your belly button. It's your sacrum that's the part of it's your sacrum chakra. So you want one on the left, one on the right, one in the middle, under your belly button, and then in the back, left, right, and then one on your sacral chakra. And so then you want to move up to the solar plexus chakra, particularly one on the right, one on the left, front and back, on your front of your chest, like under your rib cage, and then in your back particularly, and then you want one on your solar plexus chakra on your spine, and one in the center. Now the ones in the solar plexus chakra, particularly, it can be yellow, particularly, you want to make it big. You want it big, and particularly either shining like you want to try to get it to shine like the sun shines in the sky, particularly, or yellow. And then so now your heart, your right pec, left pec, sternum, isn't that your sternum right here in the center? You want one in the center, and then you want left, right, and then on your heart chakra, particularly on your spine. And then you go and 2 on your shoulders. Now I do 6, but there should be a 7th orb, going down the middle. You want 4 of them, I think. One in your abdomen, one in your one from the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra and the heart chakra. You want a 7th one in the center. And then you go to your throat. I only do 4 in the throat, I think. One in the Adam's apple to your guy, one in the back of your neck where your spine kind of connects to your neck, and then on your left side of your neck and the right side of your neck. And then I just started putting one in the face. I also started to put one on the right and the left of your head, particularly. And then one right here in the center. If you want to activate your third eye, I do believe the tips of your ears, and particularly right here in your brow, and then right here in the back of your head, and then going down through where all those points meet, then going down through it from the top of your head down. You pull in all the energy. You pull in from those points. You pull it all into the center. You pull the light and the energy, particularly from your brow, from your back, from the tips of your ears, and from the top to the center. You pull it all in, particularly to the one point in the middle, and that should be where your pineal gland is. And then particularly right here, where your soft spot was when you were a baby, particularly your crown chakra, and particularly I put one in the back of the head where the point where I told you to suck in, particularly with the tips of the ears and the brow on the top. in the back, and then one right here, and you might want to put another one right above where your neck meets your spine, right under where your brain stem is, pretty much. Also, in your abdomen. Okay. All right. So pretty much you want to imagine the sun in the sky. Particularly, you can do other things, particularly besides planetary bodies. But I would say the sun, because everybody's got a frame of reference to what the sun is. Particularly in you want to spin these. You want them all to spin, and you want to spin them like galaxies. You want to spin them like with the Fibonacci sequence. You want to spin them with the Fibonacci sequence, and you want to connect them all. You want them all to connect, like the tree of life. Particularly, you want to connect all of them, and you want to spin them with the Fibonacci sequence like a galaxy. And if you're doing it right, it could open up higher consciousness
I never really considered
of a sort,
that there were all
particularly.
these harsh chemicals that were going into my biggest organ on a daily
You won't want
basis.
to shoot up your
Is a
spine
filtered shower head,
from the
removing
front,
fluorine
left,
and other
right,
contaminants from your
and
shower
then,
water, improving on your hair and
so
your
you want to
skin.
spin them, and
Once I started
particularly,
using Joy, I noticed that my hair was
what else do I do?
visibly
What else
edged
do I
to the touch
You
a
can
lot
use
softer.
anything besides, you
It's
can use
a very
anything, any
smart
shape,
decision to
particularly, I'm
make
sure.
if you're a person
But
who
kind
cares
of,
about your
like
skin
if you
and
use
your hair
triangles, you want to like
looking
spin the galaxy like a galaxy, like a circle, but you can put it in the triangle, particularly, or over in a triangle or over a triangle, particularly.
With this arma colostrum. And if you don't know what colostrum is, it is.
I do vortexes, particularly. It's like a sun, particularly like a. If you look how a galaxy spins, if you look in the center, I don't have a picture for reference, but it's like a sun with like a spiked sun, kind of like the rays would be kind of ascending, particularly.
Have begun to notice that her husband Jason is behaving suspiciously. But this
So
is
you want to go
Global
left.
homicide case.
You're gonna start going left around you,
It needs our
or actually be going right. Be going right around you,
Morning
particularly,
after Stephanie is found dead,
like that, going that way, particularly.
from the Missouri State Highway Patrol.
Particularly, you want the bottom left to spin counterclockwise, and you want the top to spin clockwise, and then particularly you want to do a Merkaba too, somewhat, and a Taurus, particularly. You want to do a Merkaba and a Taurus, which is like a Star of David, particularly the bottom goes left, and goes right, spins right towards the right, and then the top spins towards the left, and then you always see depictions of Buddha and Jesus and the Buddha, particularly with the sun behind their head. Particularly, I've seen the crown chakra depicted like a circle around you, like not around you, behind you, a circle behind you, particularly. As well as the top of the head. So like, it would circle behind you, and you can imagine the sun behind your head, particularly. And you want to do the Kundalini. If you want to do Kundalini and the Caduceus too, particularly. Now I do the Caduceus. You can do it front to back, particularly, like from my abdomen to my sacrum, particularly, like going straight through me. Instead of left to right like that, it goes through me, particularly, and up and leaves. So you can do it both ways. If you want to do directionality, you want to do the Caduceus that way, and you want to do it the regular way that it's usually shown, flat, and then you want to do the front right here. You want to go up that one, and you want to do the back, your back, and then you want to do then you want to kind of connect those ones, and particularly go front to back, particularly.
That next morning when I
And
got to her apartment, she handed it to me, and I immediately
so you could go both ways on that, and particularly that's about it. I mean, you spin them all like the Fibonacci sequence, particularly. And like I've manifested things with my hands, like you try to manipulate balls of energy, you try to manipulate balls of energy, particularly, it's like what a real Freemason is, particularly. Like, you could, I've manifested things with my hands, particularly. Like, it's really to build, like, more than balls of energy, it's like, you can build things physically with your hands, particularly.
But the pathologist can't confirm what caused it.
So, you want to spin them all like the Fibonacci sequence, either like all four twisting, or particularly just the one particularly twisting, in whichever direction it particularly is going in. Yeah, it can go left to right or right to left. I think you also want to absorb with your chakras, particularly you want to absorb from the front to the chakras, but you can also absorb from from where I told you to put all the suns in your body. You can kind of absorb energy through particularly those spots on you, particularly, and you can spin those like galaxies too, as it's absorbing and spinning like a galaxy, particularly. Do the vortex, do the Merkaba, particularly, and that's about it. I mean,
we've got one shot at this. We really have to get this right. Because if we don't get this right, we can't speak for Stephanie. She was pretty upset at that point, and she began to tell us that on the morning of Saturday the 3rd, Jason, he had mixed up the drink of Kool-Aid, which had approximately 50 pills in it in order to take care of Stephanie.
Well, I got a joke. Alright, so God's probably black because, someone needed to have a black dad. So, alright, see you guys.